Yeah.
And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Undertaker.
Undertaker, more like Jake Gyllenhaal's character from Jarhead, discovering that his wife had been getting just like, I mean, is that the most devious lick of all time? Like stealing a man in the military's wife? I think that is. So I'll be Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that part of that movie. That shit was fucked up. Haunts me to this day, but I always still like kind of, it's like kind of hot though, because like, but it's super fucked up. Yeah. And I'm Joey. You know. Yeah.
New king for Joey.
Well, I mean, I had a reason to be Undertaker because you guys, I just want to. I'm in mourning today. I want to give a rest in peace shout out to when black guys were in style, because now none of the Kardashians are dating black men. Travis canceled Scott. Pete Davidson's on now, so we had a good run. We had a good run, maybe like 10 years.
You want to fuck 10 years Jada Smith in front of Will Smith? You're trying to take the black man down and the black family, the black nuclear family. You're trying to take down. I just want you to know. I'm
not. The Kardashians put us on the map. They made us in style.
They did
now,
not.
We're out.
Jazz put the black man on style.
You weren't black pre Kim Kardashian fucking niggas. Like, we were subhumans to white women. You were a subhuman to a white woman. And then until they started wanting those light-skinned babies. And once they got them, they got them. So if any black men out there had ideations of fucking white women, you missed your mark. Unless you get some pigmentation removed and lose 70 pounds and start walking around all gangly like ghosty ass Pete Davidson.
What about Shamar Moore? I mean, that's I got to do a deep cut black man that everyone loved from the 90s. Everyone did. Those honey pools of eyes.
Yeah, that was the 90s. Dark skins go up and down in popularity as time goes on. There was the light skins of the early 2000s.
Wesley Snipes.
That was really in.
Wesley Snipes?
Dark skins had the 90s. Light skins had the 80s. It's like
Grace Jones.
Decade, so
Grace Jones. No, bro. The 80s was definitely dark skins because we all love Grace Jones. She's a goddess.
I think
a pure goddess.
I think black dark skinned men had the 90s. The light skins had the 80s for sure.
Okay.
Fucking what's that dude's name? Albie Shore. Yeah, Albie Shore was taking over. You know.
Yeah. 2010. Once Drake came into the game, it was just like.
I think 2000 to 2010s was light skins pretty much.
Tyga. Chris
all
Brown.
Light skins, Travis McCoy, that was the Travis McCoy era. Jim Classic Heroes.
What Tyga's cousin?
I think Tyga did drop his first single because there was their cousins. So that was the light skin era of the 2010s, then dark skins 2010 to 2020, and then now we are in the era of killing black men publicly and it going unnoticed. But we're not going to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse in this podcast because I don't need to be that angry today.
Although you sure you don't want to?
And he is.
You sure you don't want to? Because
what is there to say? It's just fucked up.
I'm talking about white genocide in this whole podcast. Like, what do y'all?
I know. There's not going to be a hot take that comes from us.
And welcome to the White Genocide Podcast with your host Wesley Snipes. For real, it's actually Wesley Snipes because we need you back because you were pretty good at killing vampires. I think these white people aren't human, so let's go, Wes. Come back from Africa and start assaulting these whites.
Is that where
whatever Black Panther skills you learned out there?
Can you imagine? He's like full on Wakandan. Like he comes back and he is just ready to murder. Like he starts with the IRS. That's where he starts his script.
That's where he started. Yeah.
You took me out of this shit. Yeah. No, I mean,
imagine just like Wesley Snipes cutting off people's heads with like just a bunch of fucking like tax attorneys with heads with blades.
He's literally removing the blades from the paper cutters and just swinging it like full on right at every IRS head. No, I think that's where we need to start. You're right. I'm lit off this wine, so I'm kind of angry.
I need to get drunk. I'm going to a casino after this.
A casino?
A casino? This nigga said casino.
So, funny story. I posted a TikTok from a different angle than I normally post in my house, and one of my commenters figured out where I live.
And
they were like, I know that building. That's definitely Lafayette Towers. And I was like, okay, user 78912 whatever. So
it was one of those too?
Yeah, so they know where I live. So I don't feel uncomfortable saying this. I do live 5 seconds from like the Greektown Casino. It's right there for all the audio listeners.
Greektown? That's a fucking terrible name for a casino, if you ask me.
Well, it is literally Greektown.
It's a Greektown. Okay. Well, I do like the Greeks, and I do like their food. So,
is Pete Davidson Greek?
No, he's Italian as fuck, bro. He's Italian.
Yeah, he's Italian.
I mean, he's looking real Mediterranean. I don't know where.
He took Kim Kardashian to what's that restaurant that everybody knows in Staten?
Fucking
Joey, this is where you come in.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of different restaurants out here.
I think it starts with a C. There's one in Bay Ridge also.
Campania.
Yeah, Campanias.
Campania, yeah.
Campania. So he took him to there. Can you imagine like the traffic that place is starting to get just because of that bullshit? Like that little and it always happens. Like anything stupid happens.
You know what I
think there's two of them out here.
I think that what I dislike about this whole situation is, one, I don't like that everyone is seemingly so confused as to how these two are together. Pete Davidson's good looking, and I need to stress this to people, okay? Because here's the thing, right? So I feel like I don't really know who it is that is like still following these like socialites and elites. Like when back in like the early 2000s, the 90s, like Paris Hilton, there was like a definitive person who would follow around Paris Hilton and the Nicole Richie and like their careers. Like they just would specifically check on these rich people that don't really do anything. Mm-hmm. No insult to Kim K at all. Like she does way more than me. But like as far as like her image, like she's just rich.
Yeah,
and there's people that like
they're called socialites. They're called socialites. Yeah, that like check on these socialites. They want to keep up to date with what they're doing. Yes.
And I feel like I don't know what that kind of person is, but I feel like people have like ascended Kim K in their mind because like, she's born into money. She's acquired so much more wealth, even though she's already born into money, that they don't understand the fact that she's human. This is a 41-year-old woman with several kids and coming out of a divorce with a bipolar man who was probably not fucking her. She wants dick, my friend. It's not hard to give women dick who want dick. I don't know why there's like all these case studies about how Pete got Kim. Pete Davidson's been famous his entire adult life. There's not like, fucking Kim swooped down from the heavens, opened her angel wings, and sucked up Pete from the island off the trash heap on Staten. No, he's been rich. He's been famous. I'm sure they've been at the same parties in the same circles for many years. And then she was like, damn, who do I fuck post Kanye? Because Kanye probably has not been fucking me this whole time. And then Pete probably said, hey, you should fuck me because I'm the only one brave enough to ask because everyone else thinks you're a fucking god. And she said, all right, 6'5" lanky man, I'll put that dick in my mouth.
Wow. I didn't know this was going to be the Pete Davidson Defense League. I wasn't ready for this. You went hard. I did not expect that was like a full-on 3-minute uninterrupted just monologue.
I don't tell you guys this to the
sometimes
skies. I take notes of things I want to say.
Sure.
And like if they come up organically, I'll just like slip them in there.
Wow. Well, I'm glad the audience has now found themselves in this trap as well. Pete Davidson apparently is just that damn sexy. And you know what? Good for him. I'm laughing that he still took her to his mother's house. And that's what he did. He did what a good Italian boy
was for him.
A good Italian boy does is bring his girlfriend to his mother's house, and he goes to the nearest, Italian eatery, and they have a nice dinner. And they hold hands. He's trying to be a nice boy.
You know what though?
You know what? 41.
I knew you personally would resonate with that because I was saying something on TikTok about men who cheat, and I was saying that No, we're not talking about cheating. Christian does not cheat. Joni, if you're listening, he is the most faithful man in the universe. But no, I'm getting to the point. And the point is that, like, you know, women don't realize how much some men love drama. And and that's why some men cheat. You know, they don't really want to just fuck pussy. And, like, even they won't admit it to themselves, but they just like a little spice. They like to sneak around, like this and that. Yeah. And you were the first person that made me aware of men liking drama. And not because you cheated on anybody, but for me, I just like to fuck. I just like sex. Like, pure, plain, simple sex. Yeah. Just bread sandwich. I don't need anything on it. Okay. But I remember you were fucking somebody many, many years ago, many moons ago, and you were telling me all the things that you would make them say to you during sex. Just ridiculous shit that you knew you're like, what can I get away with? And that's when I knew men love drama. And I was like, there's no way. Because you know Pete Davidson, like, didn't take this bitch to Staten. I gotta stop saying bitch. You know Pete didn't take this woman to Staten just to, like, because he really cares about her seeing the island. No, he wanted the drama of being seen on the island with Kim K. He wanted the drama. He wanted somebody from high school to bump into him.
He was gonna.
It's not enough that he's fucking Kim K. He needs somebody to know. He needs the whole. Yeah. He needs the. He needs the. You know what? I bet money he probably, like, walked on like the block of his high school. Like, he, like, intentionally took a cab there, like, just around where his high school bullies live.
He just went to the ferry and circled the ferry. Like, you just said, like, he just. Sorry.
You just said Pete Davidson has been famous for many years.
He has, right? But like, niggas still live.
So he's just flexing that he's, like, important now because he's with Kim Kardashian. Is that what you're saying?
Here's the thing, right? You know a lot of niggas, and I'm sure you know a lot of niggas who still live in that high school mindset. They still live to, like, prove that they're better than Johnny Joe Schmo in 9th grade. And
okay,
that bringing Kim, even though he's been in, you know, Pete Davidson. I don't know how closely you or our audience has followed Pete, but I mean, I follow stand-up.
His stand-up's great.
So Pete Davidson's been around forever. I don't know why he, like, just started getting tattooed like 2 years ago when him and Machine Gun Kelly were, like, really good friends. He's in a bunch of music videos, and he's been writing for SNL for at least 3 years, I think. So I think
I did not know this.
All these things, I feel like, here's the thing. All these things, right? There's somebody out there who's a hater, right? There's somebody out there hating and going, oh, niggas on SNL don't even make that much money.
Sure.
Oh, he hasn't even got to tour because of COVID for stand-up, so he's probably broke as shit right now. Oh, I seen him at his mom's house on the island. It's all cap. It's all cap. If you bring the biggest ass in Hollywood to your block, you stun on niggas forever. The biggest richest ass. Like, that's probably the richest person that's ever been on Staten
Island. No. That's not entirely true, man.
It's gotta be. There's no oil tycoons living in Staten.
There's a lot more living in Staten. You're underestimating the people who don't report shit.
Here's the thing, Justin, is that there are people who go places not because they live there.
True. They got business there. Justin family. Is a Pete Davidson stan is the richest title person? Name.
I googled are there rich people on Staten Island? Staten Island is the wealthiest borough. See, it's only telling me the median income first.
Wait a minute.
We need to freeze that forever.
Did you wait? Good. Did you think that you were going to Google search who's the richest person who was ever on Staten Island and get an answer?
I mean, we don't know. Hold on. Let's see.
This nigga said, who's the richest person who took the ferry? Who's the richest person who got off the ferry?
I don't know. You know, this man's trying to find out.
I'm saying, okay, fine. The publicly richest person that has been on Staten soil
reported
top 10, because Bloomberg is definitely getting crazy money.
And he's way
top. All right, fine. The hottest, richest person in that Venn diagram of hot and rich.
That's
The
different.
top ever. That's ever been on Staten Island. And that nigga's put dick on her. That was the nail in the coffin. And no one can deny his power now.
Wow.
Either that, or maybe it's less nefarious, and maybe his mom is just a fan. and he wanted to introduce her to his mom.
So
maybe
now that we're done with this,
so I think you
I
are.
have a lot of time on my hands.
I think you are thinking too a lot about it. One thing I do know about them is that they've been friends for a few years. So maybe, just maybe, you know, he was like, yo, I'm going to go see my mom. Want to come? Wow. And she was like, sure. And that's all that was. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, first of all, getting from Calabasas to Staten is like not a you want to come journey.
Like that's
because they don't even go to Manhattan like that. The Kardashians don't even go to New York like that.
We go to places that we don't want to go to for girls we're trying to date. We have you. That's something you have to do, and girls have to do the same thing.
You don't know that you've been with the same girl for a decade. You don't know what niggas do out here. You just guessing. You just
You're right.
just guessing. You just guessing. You know what? I've had enough of this.
Unless you got something to tell us, Joey. Unless you out here cheating.
No.
Yo,
don't be talking to my boy's name like that.
You are the only snitch, bro. You trying to get niggas to confess.
Always.
You are DJ Vlad.
Bro,
you are DJ Vlad.
DJ Vlad,
so,
right?
So tell us again, what are single niggas doing, Joey? Let's just go back.
Oh, you're right. I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know, sir. It is just the color. I like the color. I like the color blue. Listen.
Yeah.
Shout out to no. Before you get any more, one more fucking step, one more sentence from your fucking mouth. I want my flowers.
No, that's exactly what I was.
I want my flowers.
So the next topic we have up is, all right, so I made fun of Cardona last week because of the whole, he really wanted to address the whole thing with Sophia Urista.
Oh, now we know her name.
Singer of Brass of the Machine, a brass cover band.
Brass Against.
Not Brass.
Brass Against.
A Rage Against the Machine cover band played a set, and they pissed in and the guy got on stage, and I guess the singer pissed in his mouth, like he laid down. She spread over him and pissed in his face. And
let's not forget,
I thought Cardona was
crowd.
crazy, and he spit it into the crowd like Triple H, and she kicked him out of the show. And the whole story has gone viral. Now, Cardona was the first person to address this. He brought it to my attention, and I flamed him both on air and in the chat about how the fuck is like this in your news. So anyway, as the week goes on, I'm listening to several podcasts, and Andrew Schultz is talking about it. Jesus and Mero are talking about it. Just about every like comedy, news, current event podcast I listen to is covering this event. And I was going to issue an apology to Cardona for slandering him, but I have changed directions because I am slandering the entire world right now. Y'all niggas are weird for knowing that shit. How the fuck did that go viral?
Listen,
there needs to be a case study
on how
the
fuck
that story of all things.
That was a huge show.
Went viral.
Ask yourself out loud, how does a woman going on stage and peeing in someone's mouth go viral? Say that out loud to yourself. How does that go viral?
First of all, we have all seen.
She pissed in his mouth.
That's not news.
That's insane.
That is not news.
In the name of, while she pissed into a white man's mouth. Listen, if there's any satisfaction that I'm gonna get out of this month, we're gonna get I don't know, a woman of color pissing into a white man's mouth with and she has a gold tooth. So you know she's
on
real.
my bingo card.
This is all a machine of
white
terror. Because no, there's no way the news is about a woman pissing and a skinny, lanky guy fucking. There's no way this is the whole news. There's so much going on in the world, and this is what everyone's focused on.
Ain't nobody said it was the whole news.
It literally is the whole news. It is what everyone is talking about right now. I listen to podcasts for 8 hours a day at my job, and I have tried to find like other topics that we could break them down. But this is like most of it. And I guess
don't know, man.
I did some weird shit.
I need everyone to
I don't
give
even know that much about Barstool.
I need like I broke the news. Like, if you want to find out current news, you listen to this motherfucking pod. Like, no, man, I am never It's right here.
When Christian Cardona has his hand on the pulse, that means we're dead. The pulse is going too fast. The pulse is.
It doesn't mean that I don't got my ears to the streets, my friend. Listen. Yeah, basically
something is very wrong here. This is a man who, like, for the first 2 months of episodes,
I have so many like
cartoons.
when we talk about like our
feeds,
right? My feed is so fucking weird and eclectic because it's like, you know.
So was this on NPR? Is where you
like
found this?
Every imaginable like group outside of like white hate groups is in there. So I get all of their news at once. I get everybody's news. It's just like, oh, like here's this random information about Costa Rica. Oh, hey, you want to see that one band that you saw for an hour because you know you did a deep dive? We're gonna give you all the news pertaining to them. But I was right. It was a big fucking news story because now people are getting all up in her shit, talking about dumb shit like, and I'm gonna say this, like literally saying if it was a man, he would get canceled immediately, which is, I'll say it, Boulder Dash, because it was a willing participant and it was an old man. Now, if it was completely reversed, yes, of course there would be an uproar. But it's completely reversed, yes, of course there would be an uproar. But saying like, good job, like, wow, that was fun, like. He's gonna do it. And it's gonna be fantastic because it's gonna be punk rock. Now we saw that.
Right. So now I want to see like Harry Styles piss on somebody on stage and see what happens. Also, speaking of like, I guess weird things. I guess this isn't weird, but I was actually listening to podcasts for other news. I didn't know this, but apparently, Leonardo DiCaprio has never dated anyone older than 25.
Over 25, yeah.
He has broken up with every single girlfriend once they hit 25. And he's I
feel
45.
like we talked about that on the pod.
Oh,
like
that's
right.
I don't think we did.
I think we brushed upon it. But yeah, he doesn't. I saw. Did you see the infographic? That little chart that someone made.
I just became aware of it literally a couple hours ago.
That shit is crazy.
I mean, like, because that's kind of...
That's sus. That's super sus.
Like, I have girls with, like, a lower age difference in my DMs because of my TikTok blowing up, and I stay away. I'm 34. I've had girls as young as 18 in my DMs. Bro. I'm like, can't do it. But 43 and 21, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So are we going to is Leonardo DiCaprio canceled, or do we like The Departed? I didn't see The Departed. You know what? Inception's kind of cool. I'm not.
Inception was dope.
We got a great infographic right on the screen.
It's predatory behavior. Now they are adults.
All right, so
and they're not 21 or 22. They're 25.
We got a great infographic right on the screen.
Then again, my fault.
25.
Yeah,
he's dating
that's
them
the
at 21.
cutoff. Yeah, okay, yes.
He's dating them at 20.
Yes,
that's how he breaks up by 25.
Yes. See,
Wow. This has been.
All right. He was dating an 18-year-old when he was 24. He was with an 18-year-old. That's problematic. But
I don't think that's 18 and 24 is not problematic. That's two people in the same college. Now 43 and 20 is wild.
No, it's not. They're not in the same college unless they're in a master's program. But
yeah, they're 18 and 24-year-olds in the same college all the time.
Yeah, but
it's not like everybody starts college at 18 immediately. Not, some people start at like 18. Some people start at like 20, 24.
Yeah. Some people do. You're totally right.
That's 18 and 24, totally normal.
The thing is, I worked with a 24-year-old who was talking to.
That's an interesting take because like then you have like people.
Actually, she was like 16.
Like I guess maybe not maybe so much our parents' generation,
it was
but
very
their
predatory.
parents' generation.
That's what I'm saying. So
where
I'm saying that
like,
situation
was,
could be predatory.
very young.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but
15,
if I met two people that were
and one was
18 and 24 who were
like,
dating, I wouldn't like bat
if
an
you
eyelid
just
about
on
it.
everything, they're still like a kid. You feel it.
I would think
So, like,
the person who's 24
there's not like
is,
much in common that like
is
somebody
dumb.
I could remember
I would,
vividly.
not that they would be
hearing
but that would be
radio
my first impression.
personalities have a countdown for Mary Kate and
you're
Ashley
afraid of
Olsen
people
turning
your own
18.
age, or you're you like to manipulate weaker people because they're dumber.
Yeah,
but their shits were crazy. Mm-hmm. Yes, having their children. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
Was he Jimmy? Was he It was a good show.
Problematic.
Yeah, very much so.
But they were older than me. So.
You know who fucking dude? You know who's fucking problematic as fuck? And I hate that they like deny that they're problematic as fuck. Fucking what's his name? Dude from is it SNL? No, The Tonight Show. Adam
Carolla.
Fucking no, Adam. Is it Adam Carolla?
I mean,
he's like the night show host. I can forget which night show it is.
Talking about Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, that fucking guy. Host of the Man Show. Do you remember the Man Show?
Yeah, I remember the Man Show. It was him and
Jimmy
Adam
Kimmel
Carolla.
And Adam Carolla.
Yeah.
The whole joke was just farts and titties and turning 18 and if there's grass in the field, play ball jokes. The whole show. And
yeah, that was the whole show.
He just, I don't know how he got that shit erased from time because no one's mentioned it except for like people our age that aren't.
He's not quiet.
I just don't know why no one remembers that show.
Well, I think there's probably a lot of people who don't bring it up because I want to say that in the 15 plus years that was, Jimmy Kimmel grew as a person.
Yes.
But
I'm sure he did, but it's weird no one's brought it up. Like I'm sure a lot of people get canceled or whatever have grown as a person since they're cancelable.
Speaking of
thing.
virtue signaling,
like no one that was a TV show that was on air.
I heard
for
virtual signaling.
It was pretty popular.
So I thought of the metaverse.
And then like it's even weirder
that's
because,
how my brain
not like
got to there.
Jimmy
But
Kimmel's still
I want to open the floor because you got to explain to me
what you fake woke. That's when people are like
the metaverse because you've been talking about this in the chat.
With you firing a hot dog shotgun at a cheerleader.
I think it's because he's quiet. He keeps it low key.
But he's not quiet. He will be fake woke.
Nah, that's right.
It's fine to not be woke.
Show.
Just like I hate this whole virtual signaling culture of like, I'm so like everybody sucks. We all suck in some conceivable way, but just don't like pretend that you were always that guy. You know what I mean? Especially if you're 30 plus.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes.
So apparently, I've done no research. I could be totally wrong.
This is about the
this podcast is for just musing. So apparently, the metaverse is something that Zuckerberg is creating, and it's supposed to be like a fully immersive virtual reality experience. Today, actually, on the way home, I saw an article about a glove.
But she's created
so you can literally feel
she's created
shit. Like you have, it's not just VR glasses now.
That does change the dynamic.
This virtual world that you've created. I don't know exactly what that means on Zuckerberg's end or what he's trying to do, but everyone's basically making it seem that it's going to be like the Matrix, essentially. Like, not maybe in our lifetimes, but like someday there will be like you plug in and you are in a different world. And let's just play around with that idea and pretend that's what it is, whether we know that or not.
Yeah, sure.
Is would you
Do
be
you
cool
want me to tell
with
you
your
what it
wife
is?
getting a metaverse
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Like, if this was a totally realized idea right now, and your wife could just plug in somewhere for an hour and has a whole different life in this hour, 2 hours, whatever, and she is getting banged the fuck out. But like having like in this universe, she's created this perfect man that is like everything you are.
Right?
Now,
that's kind of like a sex doll if you think about it. But
are you okay with that?
The metaverse.
Now, wait, I have one more question. One more condition that I want to ask about. Right. So
where's he going to hide it?
This is like a game world where you can just pop in and out, and you're supposed to live your regular life still, or is this like that is your life? You plug in and that's your existence.
I think it's a pop in and out deal that's supposed to go. Again, this is just me musing.
Whoever got
I want to say
we'll keep it at somebody's house.
Go ahead, Christian. Because I know
all you need.
Wait,
is
I just want to say no. That is not okay. That is not okay.
And some good paper towels. Just like cleaning inside of it.
She created him. I don't know. How do you feel? My wife said I can't have a sex doll, so that would if I can't have one, she can't have one.
First of all, did you ask? Like, did you?
Yes, I was like, yo.
Have you seen
Dave?
Any of you guys?
I wasn't gonna. Yeah, it was I wanted a real doll. So, that's a person
he actually
size.
has a scene where,
could I?
I don't think there's anything more psychotic than I guess somebody who has these kind of things. Like I play around with the idea. I think they're pretty cool. But it's also just plain out psychotic when you lay out the plan. The man fucks it and comes inside of it.
No, the scenario I just imagine
every time, right?
Bro, no,
he literally has a stick.
The scenario I just imagined
toilet paper and just gets up in there to make sure he's got all his little spunk and everything.
That fucks us, but because we all
and then has to fold up this
have to like go to a storage
and then put it in his closet. And it's like. We don't we stray further and further from God every day.
I have not watched it.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Natural. Don't go David Carradine on us, like fucking wrap a belt around your neck. It's just like, how it's so tragic how Trop died. How did he die? Autoerotic asphyxiation. It was really really what you know what I would be surprised. I think the roll of the dice would be what you had on the TV or the screen as you did that. That would be the I don't know. Actually, I would be very surprised. I think it would not be predictable.
See, my thing is like, and I love that we have again talked about jerking off on this podcast. But if I start edging, that's when I know I have to take a break from jerking off because I'm like, because edging eventually will not be enough, and I have to do something wilder. So I'm like, all right,
I have no idea who any of those, but
and do something else.
Ghetto gaggers. We're done. It's only 33 minutes.
I feel like no one would be surprised if that's how I died. Not a single person.
You are the man they write those titles for. Like Earthquake Ass 34. You were like, God damn. I've been so pleased with 1 to 33. I need to find out what 34 is about. You literally just said Banks. Ghetto gaggers. You should just be writing the titles at this point for it was a back and forth between
Jasmine Banks and
they don't do that anymore.
Some ghetto gaggers, my friend. There was some nasty stuff going on there.
Ghetto gaggers.
You're also welcome.
Oh. Listen. Don't judge me.
Wow, this is a horny ass episode. So,
for all our male listeners,
I was doing that. That's what was getting me very deep into thought.
You're welcome.
So the metaverse is essentially.
Please go learn something.
Mark Zuckerberg is trying to build
that's how you get married. That's how you get married.
An
real
augmented
fast.
reality, mixed with virtual reality kind of space for you to kind of live. So there's already instances of that online right now. There's VR chat, which basically use an avatar to kind of represent yourself. But it's a little more rudimentary.
The metaverse.
So he's trying to add more levels and add, I guess, more levels to.
But no, like, what? I'm so tired of technology.
Yeah, that and just to be able to use like actual
it's getting
monetary
crazy.
and e-commerce and stuff like
Christian,
that.
you said
there's
you
gonna
wanted
be more,
to read the actual definition.
Like, there's going to be more complex levels to it.
Or are you looking up
like,
Jasmine Banks right now?
Access to blockchains and all kinds of things. So it isn't just going to be. It is dumb because it's just going to be a capitalistic like adventure where we. So you can sell us ads. Yeah. It's going to be such a messy place. You know it's going to be a messy place,
so it doesn't look like
right?
fucking Minecraft?
It's either going to be tons of ads or people like just really rampant with hate groups. Like, that's the only thing I've ever learned with the internet. There's going to be porn, hate groups, and it's just messy.
That's so dumb. Yeah, that's my first thought. Like, really, you're creating a whole universe.
Someone's simulating like some kind of awful fucking situation, where somebody gets somebody else's house swatted or something like that. Listen, people are
that's what I want.
devious
Like, okay,
and
the metaverse
terrible,
costs,
and I don't doubt that the metaverse will be a
cool. I'll give you
complete shit
$70,000
show
I'll check
really
out for a
quickly.
year. But like,
Did we lose
I don't
Justin
have
completely,
to deal with money
or
while I'm in there? You know, there's so many fucking nerds about it.
Your camera's gone, but you're back.
All right, now
it's no big deal. Listen, it's a nice problem to have. It's the metaverse is a very strange concept.
How quickly do you think there is going to be a violent crime in the metaverse? I give it 8 minutes. It goes live 8 minutes, and then somebody kills somebody.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. Wait, you hated it that bad? I really like Sword Art Online, bro. Cringy fan base.
What am I not here? Where am I at?
Yeah, your camera. Your phone.
Oh.
There you are.
Oh, I didn't have my. I have to block my center of the screen because I stare at myself too much. But you know what? You know what? I will say, I feel like maybe, and this could just be a conspiracy theory of mine, but I think maybe the anime Sword Art Online was so bad that that Mark Zuckerberg was like, no, I have to make a new world because that anime was so terrible. I have to.
You're not selling it,
dude. It's not even that it was like super bad. It was the fact that it there's so many things you can do. I mean, like, look at this conversation. Like, what could you do with a virtual reality, right? So,
well, there's like, levels to that.
The Sword Art Online. Before I even watched the show, I saw the premise, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be crazy because like a bunch of people get stuck. I mean, for those who don't know, Sword Art Online is an anime.
That's what happened.
Where the premise is there's a video game.
But that's
like,
exactly what
Matrix,
happened.
Augmented reality esque.
That's exactly what happened.
Video game
what are you talking about? That's exactly what happened.
You've seen the premise before, there was in Tron or some shit.
Yeah, don't you remember?
A million other different movies. But the premise is like they can't get out of the game for some reason.
Well, the dude was like a beta tester,
and like it's so whack. Like I feel like it was gonna be like, could you imagine like I just felt like there was so many crazy post-apocalyptic real-world shit that was going to happen. Like there'd be the people who like don't believe they're stuck in the game, so they just keep playing. And then there's the people who want to be stuck in the game, so they're like killing anyone who's trying to like get out. Like that was like my first thought. Like if I was a loser in real life and I was really good at the video game, and I found out no one.
It just repeats on me all day.
I'm slaughtering everyone who thinks we're leaving this game. Like, you kidding me? I'm going back to looking at Target? Fuck no. I'm killing everyone. Yeah,
I'd probably be jealous, but I don't think I could, like, give her that much shit for it.
That's not what happened.
Unless it was, like, really, like...
There was, like, tiny little groups like that, but it was not, like... It wasn't, like, in-depth. Most of the episode was them, like, continuing to level up the game for some reason. And then they get out of the game.
Are you going to get mad at your partner for creating a Sims character?
And the guy like goes back in
and like being married to that Sims character,
into a different game. And I'm like, oh, this shit. Like the story just totally lost me after that. Some spoiler alert for.
But are they actually feeling that whole experience, or is it just like
I don't know? I thought there was
like
you
went into like
crazy
a different room,
and it was going to be like a real adult show. This was not.
And hate.
Am I blowing somebody's back out?
The metaverse is going to make up for that. This was Mark Zuckerberg's plan all along. Just make up for how bad the anime was. And just like we'll go in the metaverse.
The universe as a whole.
Soundboard that doesn't repeat on us.
And it's multiplayer. That's the point. No. You're going into places. Oh.
What if, okay, but the Sims character is not blowing their back out virtually.
Yeah.
No, I think that would be the point, right? Them, like, you know, it's a fully, like, we're talking about a virtual world where you're in there.
Also, is the metaverse... Well, here's my question, too. Is the metaverse my own experience, or is it the universe as a whole? Like, do I go in and create my own world, or am I going into a different world that is a part of the world? Is it single player or multiplayer? Is what I'm asking you.
Sorry.
Do I curate everything in this?
What other people's universes are going to be?
Am I just going into a different world?
Listen,
it's just a different world.
I don't give a shit. I'm sure there's some point where you can customize it and have it your own way. But I guess that unlocks another level.
I want to make my own universe, or
think about
I was listening to this podcast today where it was about dinosaurs, and basically there was a guy who was like consulting for Jurassic Park, and one of the things he was kind of mad at was that like we've all heard that like, you know, dinosaurs actually like evolved into like birds. But like Steven Spielberg's vision was like, the guy was like, nah, these things should have beaks and like they're probably like purple and
those
green.
Those are both
and, like,
epic asses though.
So he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna have like pink dinosaurs in my movie. So like, it would be cool if like everyone had their own individual world and you could, I guess, go into somebody else's. Because you know, this guy has probably got like a world flow, like dinosaurs as realistic as like we can possibly surmise they are.
Mm.
Go ahead, Jessica. It's go for
Well, see, that's all that matters. I'm a prosexual, baby.
Yeah, man. Just gonna get crazy.
Whatever it is.
Like if they have an avatar in the metaverse that is like a hot person, and really they're like, if you're like, oh,
what if it is the homies,
like Megan Fox, but really like it's.
What if the whole time,
you know,
this wonderful creature that I've been blowing its back out turns out to be you, Joey, and then we're best friends
in the real world. But it's like fine, like it's whatever. Like if I never intend to meet you in the real world, I'm.
Damn, this is bringing up a lot of potential scenarios. Like, all right, let's say you can go into the metaverse and you
you watch Black Mirror?
You can like create a character and have sex with other people who are also in the metaverse with their creative
Okay, have you watched that Black Mirror episode?
Now,
that Black Mirror episode where it's two guys playing
that you think
like a Street Fighter-esque kind of game. It's a virtual reality. And
but she's
it's like
bad
a Ryu and a Chun-Li kind of character.
Her, but you're getting a real
nut. Like intense sex, and then you like go back into the real world, and it's just like two best friends. Like,
but then do you link up
video game and then getting really into it?
Do you link up with the homies like yo, bro, what you doing?
And they don't know how to say it, even though that they're
yo,
like,
can you?
It's a fucking awesome
you
episode.
Trying to play Stephanie again for me?
Because you need to watch that then. It's fucking fire. It's really cool. Like it's.
Yo, what? That's a scenario right there. What if you go into the metaverse as like whatever character you want to be, and then you end up falling in love with a different John, and it's one of your boys, and like your boy is just wanted to be a woman in the metaverse, and you fell in love. Like, what if you fell in love with your brother or some shit? Oh my god. Or your mom.
Bro, it's. I mean, there's so much like to it. Like, I mean, there's so many fucking crazy great episodes because it is like I think it's like our generation's like Twilight Zone, like because it really pinpoints some of like those really like horrific like moments and it's also like these kind of situations you don't think about at all because most people don't have those
but I also
deep recesses in their mind, right? Like there's one episode where like somebody gets trapped not too inside of a radio.
Too accurate and I'm scared, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's why I never watched it to begin with. How accurate it was.
It is. Dude,
things are happening.
Terrifying. Like he's living
the whole
in
metaverse
shit,
things that are happening today.
None of it's fun. Like there's one episode that like freaks me out, right?
Of Black Mirror.
So it's
and so many other episodes. And I'm really getting nervous.
If you haven't seen it, go fuck yourself a spoiler alert and run away.
On the horizon.
Essentially, it's an episode of a guy who his partner breaks up with him. And she's pregnant at the moment. And in this world, just like you can block somebody on Facebook, you can block them from like life. Literally, they can't see you. They yeah, bro. So they get into an argument and she blocks him. And because she blocks him, she's blocked his child. So he can only see these like almost like that kind of VHS static, like just like lines and bars and stuff like that
I'm outside
of a silhouette
window.
of his ex-wife and then his child, and it's like he continues to follow them and like he keeps looking to finally get to have a view of her. And I don't want. It's a really good episode. But I mean, like there's shit like that. Like there's something you don't think about. You go like, whoa, that's fucked up. Using it for evil. You. Yeah, I think you can.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh my god, that would be so terrible, but I would love it actually.
Yeah, white noise screen. Yeah,
Hitachi. Yo. That's the plot to Tekken. It is a good plot. That's why Kazuya is fucked up, and then plot.
Yeah,
that's why
Kazuya
is fucked up, and then
if that was a feature.
and
I'm
like, he's
kidding.
cool,
I love
but
my
he's
kid.
not. He's no Kazuya. Like
I couldn't block her.
Like he's
wait,
literally
is there an unblock?
terrifying.
Can I just like unblock her when she's like 25?
Like that's everybody.
Like, hey,
abusive father. He's.
I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm the one who started your villain arc.
I don't know. They got it down. They got it down.
My kid with an Itachi. You have to hate me. You're not powerful enough yet. That would be my metaverse. Like that I would be like the evil father in like every anime in my metaverse. Just like kick my kid off a cliff, and I'm like, find me when you're strong enough. Like I'll just be training under a waterfall.
Do
for
people
40
actually
years
talk like
my
that?
son finds me and tries to kill me.
I don't talk to a lot of people anymore.
Yes.
Chin.
Dude, I love anime so much. I love the Japanese. Why are they so cool? Yeah. And it's like, I really am like curious. Well, I mean, I'm not really curious. I kind of know, but like, it's just like funny that like anime and all that shit is like integrated into their culture. Whereas like up until literally like 8 years ago, anything cool you possibly did in America was considered dirty. Even though now it's the forefront of culture and technology, like video games, Marvel. Everyone's
Marvel
like,
is a little more than that. Like you can't like literally the entire '90s block of cartoons were awesome. Speaking of, they're actually reviving and doing X-Men '97, which is actually a recall to those cartoons, just to show you that's awesome.
I guess like this cognitive dissonance about like the MCU versus like the rest of the comic book world. So like the MCU is like
it is on Disney Plus. What they're doing is they're doing another,
but like if you start talking about
series,
like comics,
they're just like continuing the series.
And I'm like, bitch, that's where it came. Like, what are you talking about? Or
like,
everyone's like,
end.
I like Marvel more than DC.
I think it ended with the Phoenix arc, and that was it.
Got better characters.
So like,
Joker,
they got, and then they got kind of wacky.
Joker is
like
the beginning of all
like chasing after Mr. Sinister,
like androgynous
Mr. Sinister.
But like you just like Marvel because they have better movies, indisputably.
Well, whatever. Like, they're chasing after him, but yeah. So they're supposed to be doing that. But listen. I have no idea where we are. You said androgynous, and I'm lost, and I don't know where I'm at. Oh yes. Yeah.
Also, wasn't that? Am I confused? Those cartoons were already on Disney Plus, or did they? They were already on something streaming, and I watched it like a year ago. Oh, so that one never ended.
He's a clown.
Sinistra.
They did.
Sinistra.
They did. I am part of the camp where I enjoy both because I'm not an idiot and I don't need to fucking tell people. I'm just saying.
Oh, like the whole like androgynous. Well, actually, that's not what we're Joker.
Yeah, because there's wonderful.
So you know how they have
between both of them. Like I'm a huge fan of graphic novels and comics and like
cartoons.
DC
like,
Vertigo was like kind of like my first like
if they were villains,
kind of eye opening.
So that's why you have characters like
it didn't have to be the superhero formula. Like you could be talking from from different points of view and kind of like getting into these kind of weird character studies. Like
that's why Joker. I'm donning lipstick and wearing
Neil
makeup
Gaiman,
and
Sandman is actually, I think,
from the Powerpuff Girls and
that is a fantastic example of like
undisputably Marvel has much better movies, but I think
also
I think
heroes and villains,
I could be
but
very wrong on this, but
more
I think
playing to the anti-hero. So like you have this weird character that you're trying to understand the entire time, and like it doesn't matter. I love both. But I will say,
I mean, I'm not pitting them against each other, but it's just like
has its problems with its movies.
Marvel
but
over DC, films? But they have no real knowledge of either.
Ooh, I am loving it. I am on episode 5. It is getting more fun and more fun and more fun and more fun. It is fun. It is awesome. It actually is awesome. Like even if I don't remember every beat for beat Cowboy Bebop like episode, I am enjoying the vibe, the feel, the clothing, the like the shots. Like they're and I am absolutely in love with what's her name? That plays Stephanie Pania, I think that's her name. I don't know. She's what's her name? The one with that's always she's the third bounty hunter. Yeah. I can't remember her name. She's so hot. She's so hot. Oh.
Dude, they should just stick to that shit. Oh, this brings up another conversation. I guess real quick we could get into how are you feeling about that live action Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah. Oh, she's Faye. Faye Valentine. And Daniela Pineda. You shat on it, and then today you changed your mind. Trash.
Purple hair. I forgot her name too, but that was really funny. You say that you like her because like. So I was saying that
I don't need.
I don't know if I said this in the chat or I said this in the chat where I was saying that like the only
I don't know what it is, bro.
I like live action.
I really enjoy
most live actions fuck up because these animes or whatever they're trying to have powers and like none of them have MCU budgets to make these powers look cool. They always look bad. Which Faye Valentine, there we go. But it was so funny because I said like Cowboy Bebop was probably going to be relatively decent because nobody has powers. It's literally just a shoot 'em up kind of deal. No, I said it. No. Let me be back. I said it was going to be
the whole thing
good as far as live action goes.
So good,
the highest live action can get.
She's entertaining. That's the thing is that she's bringing in that like comic relief that the character would bring in
things. That are not animated right
at
now.
least from the episodes I remember.
Want animated Green Mile.
It's great.
Right?
Even not the corgi, bro. Even not the corgi.
I want animated Castaway. I want animated
they
Forrest
haven't
Gump.
Revealed it yet.
I want Forrest Gump animated.
It's like a big reveal.
I don't want.
Oh my god! There's skeleton corpses.
But it was so funny you say her because the second
I
saw her, I was like, you look a little too white to be in this cast, and I don't.
That would be awful. That would be awful. That would be awful. I don't know why.
Like, I was really kind of
enjoying ladies and gentlemen. I apologize on behalf of the podcast because Justin is completely out of line. Putting that image in your head.
She plays the character perfectly so far.
I'm only one terrible. Episode in. Why did you say that? Whoa! Just in the corner. No. Do they still look like small children? Yeah.
Who plays
He's
Ed?
Mexican.
It's
they
Mary
do.
Kate and Ashley Olsen.
What
I'm just imagining how funny with the red wig.
Why? What do they do? They're just like. Listen, if you're not going to be rich, be poor. Did you say that?
I was just like thinking like of like a small child, and I just was like,
rich people
look like small children, and like that's what popped in my head.
Rich people scowl. That's the whole thing. That's the whole genre. Rich
they look
people
like
scowling.
Small evil children of the corn. Like they never got taller; they just got older.
Well, tell that to Blue Ivy because she scowls better than the rest of them, like, and she be looking down on everybody.
Like just two Babadooks.
That's terrifying.
I'm like mad. Like, why are they rich? They shouldn't be allowed to be rich. They should be poor.
Oh my god, no!
Because they're never smiling. Like, just smile, and if you're gonna be rich, smile. If you're not gonna be rich, be poor, or whatever. Like, they're always just.
Thank you, Blue Ivy.
They're always just scowling.
I hope you're enjoying
like,
it,
if
and you're getting
scowl all the
snuggled.
time,
And
smile and be rich. You have that nice childhood stardom thing where you were rich and smiling and great. Keep that up.
I'm not gonna waste a lot of time in this, but I am finally diving into the camp of
some Botox
that it lip. Is a weave of sorts that Jay-Z has, and there's been some evidence that's been released very recently. And you know what? I'm gonna.
She's very disappointed in us.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny.
And on that note.
And he always has a bandana, like right over the.
On that note, we'll leave this there as we let down Blue Ivy into the evening. I hope she's enjoying the Cowboy Bebop remake somewhere because. By Jay-Z's
that's how we'll end the episode. This has been the National Meat Treasure. I want y'all to remember we've got merch. Uyakasha. We got mugs. My mug just came in the mail, and I gotta go pick it up at the post office. But also follow us on all social medias. Check us out on YouTube and all podcast platforms that you listen to.
The TikTok,
Spotify, Google, whatever.
Where it's just
podcasts.
like, yo, this shit's growing.
Leave us a review.
Like, yo,
do whatever you can to make sure the boys are getting boosted. Because we also have something to announce on Sunday, which will be released on Thursday. The episode we will be having Brandon Vanderbilt from Vanderbilt Productions, who is a fantastic director and producer, and also actor in a lot of his own work, which is fantastic. Actor in a lot of his own work, which is fantastic, and we actually talk about some of the unique shots that he has. His director of photography will also be on, so that's going to be a great episode. And that just tells you about all the guests that we're trying to get. We're trying to get people that are interesting. And if you feel like you got a cool story or you want to share about some new things that you're doing, message us directly. Talk about it, because we're always up for it. Bam. Yeah. It's gonna be cool. That's exactly what's happening. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Thank you for keep checking in on us. And Justin, this has been the National Meat Treasure. Joey, this has been the National Meat Treasure. I love you.
Yeah, and follow our Spotify and Apple Music playlist. It's got some bomb tunes on it. I'm hyped for Sunday's episode. That's gonna be cool. Cool
hyped
guest,
to
man.
Go look up some songs from the Blaze soundtrack and throw them. Later.